the students. I go ahead and contact them. Free time will end, main story will proceed. Yes. Let us continue the story. Green contacted Class 7 and returned to camp. They were followed shortly by fellow instructors and students of the branch campus. They took their time showering and changing into fresh uniforms. Only when they were truly confident did they leave with an eager bounce in their step to attend the celebrations. Aw, well-deserved celebration. Feels like it was such a long time ago when we were invited to the party. Seeing they arrived before us. Aren't they eager? Eager beavers?
遅かったですわね。
いや、こちらが早く来すぎただけだろ。
Aww. Like Fritz.
エイだったらものすごく緊張していたもんね。
無理もないさ。俺たちもガチガチだもんな。
ちょっとわざわざ言わないでちょうだい。
What are you so nervous about? It's just a party, right? The only reason you are nervous is that you lack common sense, Yuna. Same goes for you. I'd say all three of you fit the bill nicely. Don't worry, Class 1, we're all going to have fun tonight. It'll just be us branch campus instructors chaperoning you, but we'll make sure everything goes smoothly for you students. Will it go smoothly? Will we not get attacked? Could we get your autograph? Huh? You guys? They've been wanting to ask that forever, but they couldn't with the prince around. As for me, I've been wanting to talk with you about a few things, Instructor Herschel. We can all chat on the way to the palace. Really? What an honor. Hey, you guys. They are surprisingly fun and funny. They're not so different from us once you get to know them. Maybe we can all be friends after all. Well, tonight will be the best chance to break the ice and get some info. Let's put aside our school rivalry and just have fun tonight. My thoughts exactly. Beep beep. Oh, is that the prince? Oh no, it's not. Alright, so here, let's get going, everyone. We get fancy cars too. Oh.
ランクアップだな。褒美を渡すとしよう。
Gungnir. Oh, I think this is pretty good. Gungnir. Oh, look at all that. There, wow, we did a
良き
lot.
成果であった。
Damn. Rosine will need to have assistance from Thomas in order to fully analyze Black Record 7. Oh, 10k. Finally, an increase. I feel like we are kind of downplayed on the price because 10k Mira, it's really not a lot. That's like, you can't even buy 2 new weapons with that. Like in these like latest chapters, I think the weapons and stuff are like 6k, 7k. That's like not even 2 weapons. I demand a raise. Everybody's here. so nice at night. Really like this music too. Very relaxing, makes me feel so sleepy. Oh, all our VIPs. Oh, wow, they look good next to each other. Very intimidating. Oh, look at them. Wow, the moon looks larger than usual. It almost looks magical. There's a blue moon tonight when the night sky will be at its brightest. Due to Heimdall's geographical location, it only happens every few years. I remember seeing it during the summer festival a few years ago. I heard there was also a blue moon on the final day of the War of the Lions. It appeared after several consecutive red moons, which made it even more prominent. Though it seems improbable, that is what they say happened. That's good to know. It sounds too perfect if you ask me. Your Taurus Branch campus's special operations class, right? Allow me to show you around. Unfortunately, we will need to check your belongings. Check them for listening devices, weapons, extra food. No smuggling in outside food into the theaters. Wow. Oh, there's a big horse, right? It's a horse. Okay, we've been here before, right? No. Yes. No. That was a different place where we met that guy. What's his name? The fatty. In the center of the largest country in the continent. Bet you've been here before, yeah? Yeah, but it's been some time. When I attended St. Austria, the princess would invite me over occasionally. So this is Prince Cedric's the castle he'll inherit one day.
皆様、お待ちしていました。
Aww. Elise. Hee. Hello. Do you come all the way here to escort us? I thought I might show you around. Who's she? She's beautiful. She knows you guys in class 7, right? Introduce us. She's Instructor Schwarza's little sister. It's nice to see you again. She's also Princess Alphine's best friend. It's nice to see you all again as well. All of those of you who don't recognize, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure it is, and it will be nothing more than that. Anyway, please follow me. I'll guide you to Valflame's palace as Mela's garden. Oh, Rin. Wow. Oh yeah, we've seen the place before, but we haven't been in it. Kind of mistaken the hall just now with the other hall. This is seriously over the top. There's even a waterfall. They've got butterflies. They even let out a number of different birds during the day. All the walls are just huge windows. Damn, how much mirror did they sink into this place? It's evident this place has been hosting important events for years. Live music? How elegant. There are incredibly important people everywhere I look. I'm starting to get lightheaded. Oh, were we the last? Hello.
今日この日を迎えられたこと、女神と獅子神皇帝の恩寵であろう。ただしそれとは別に尽力してくれた者たちがいる。月祭前の騒乱を阻止したというトールズ本校と分校の生徒たちだ。加えて教官陣に卒業生、遊撃士の協力もあったと聞き及
Yeah,
んでいる。
everybody did their part
すでに帝都長よ
except
り表
you
彰されたと
guys
聞いた
just
が、
sitting there.
改めて拍手を。
Yay. Clap, clap. You guys are welcome. Leave the dirty work to us.
それでは皆さん、どうか存分に食し、語り合い、杯を傾けられてください。今宵は無礼講ですが、頃合いにダンスもありますので、飲みすぎにはご注意を。無論、自分をはじめ、生徒諸君は飲酒は禁止ですが。
しれっと飲むつもりだったが。
ってダメでしょ。
しかし変わられたな、本当に。
それでは皆様、グラスをお持ちください。
I have a
この
glass
良
too.
き夜に乾杯して
Glass of
始める
hot
といたし
coffee.
ましょう。
プロジェクト。
Cheers! I don't know how to say that, but cheers! There's no need to hide in the back. It's a good opportunity to go there and mingle with all the different people here. You're right. I think I'll go greet His Majesty first. Excuse me. I'll go too. I'm so nervous. Alright, guess it's time to say hi to all the biggest bigwigs in Erebonia. You really are fearless. This is very Yuna-esque course of action. Guess I'll go get some grub. Hehe, if you'll excuse me. Should we go too? Yeah, seems like we'll need to go say hello to quite a few people. Ooh, food! Alright. Oh, this place is huge. Look at all the people I have to talk to. Now this seems like an interesting group. I was telling Sharon we should go out drinking together just the other day, and so I decided to join her now. I'm here too, not for the booze though. There's some juicy stories going on. What about? Stories from 4 years ago, about how a certain someone got in my way when I was trying to get back here from Northumbria. Oh. Last we met was when you requested my aid in stopping Lady Sarah. But first we needed to make sure the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer at the time, didn't interfere. So we made sure she had a tough time coming back home from Northumbria. As a result, the Divine Blade had to postpone his return to Liberl. And so, the final stage of the Professor's brilliant gospel plan was complete. So that's what you and Campanella were talking about at Orchis Tower. Yes, I've admitted what I did to Lady Sarah. While my love and loyalty belong to the Rhineford family now, back then the Fool contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Irina the details, but she gave me leave regardless. And since then, you've had no other contact with Ouroboros? Swear to Idios? No, I swear on the Rhineford family. This is pretty intense. Well, if you're bringing up the Rhineford name, then I know you're serious. I give up. And I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell. I'll believe in you, when it comes to this anyway. Lady Sarah, thank you. Alright, I love me a happy ending. Thinking back though, that getup you had on looked like a pretty tight fit. I think something like that really limit your movement. I just can't believe you were able to slip out of my grasp for a whole week. As someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. I'd never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel embarrassed you were unable to beat me back then. Oh, hey, who said I was embarrassed? You wanna go right now? Meet me outside the palace. Oh, it's a quest? I mean, Millium? 4 years ago, huh? That'd be about 1 year after Grams took me in. I think I remember reading about this stuff in the files I borrowed from Lecter. You mean the intelligence division knew about me and Sharon? Nah, it wasn't about you two, it was more about the S-rank bracer from Liberal. You had to come here from Liberal to help out the other bracers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the society was using got completely wiped out. And it also sounded like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to Liberal. Oh, the intelligence division is impressive and just as terrifying. Do you think it may have been Major Arundel who was monitoring him? No doubt. I'm sure the others came down straight from the top of their little group. Man, Cassius really helped me out a lot back in those days, but I haven't seen him since he quit being a bracer and went back to Liberal's army. A damn shame too, he was quite the gentleman. He seems like he'd be right up your alley for sure. Small world, he and I are fellow disciples under Master Yun Ka-Fai. Hehe. It seems you were all connected through our acquaintances before we even knew each other. Small world. Hello Alicia, Toa, are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's really a lovely party. I just wish Angie was here with us. Oh, Angie. But Prince Oliver promised he'd look into her disappearance. So I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight so I can share it with her once she's back. I'm sorry Toa, but you're right. I'm sure she'd like that. I can totally see her now, hanging on your every word. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to ask you, Toa. Is Rin as popular at the branch campus as I suspect he is? Seeing the way Muse drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. I was wondering about that myself. Oh, poor Toa. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still, the students won't keep their hands off him. Rin is certainly admired by a lot of people, but when it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see. And would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... something is definitely fishy around here. Need to dive deeper into this topic. I should slowly back away before they notice me. Yes. Move away from the girl talk. I guess that one is for last. Go here then. I don't know, man. This place is so huge. Oh, gone this way actually. Oh, Fee and Altina, so cute. Was that really 2 years ago? Dang. Yes, the hot springs in Mir were lovely, and so was the food. I'd like to go back there with everyone again sometime. You all seem to be having a good time. Sounded like you were talking about Mir. Oh, Rin. Yes, we were talking about the trip everyone took there together. The Hot Springs Paradise Mir, hometown of both instructor Rin and Elise. I've been there before as well. But you weren't exactly there for a vacation or anything. Yeah, kidnapping Elise and the princess isn't really a touristy activity. But that was just for your mission, right? Have you ever been there for fun? No. I generally don't go anywhere unless required by a mission. That's a shame. Come to think of it, I've known Altina for a while now. I've never seen her go anywhere for fun. Growing up in a Jaeger Corps, I sort of know how that is. So that means you've never gone to Mir's hot springs then? Correct. I admit I'm a little curious about them. For example, how does bathing in a hot spring differ from a normal bath? Hehe, it's a world of difference. To put it simply, it's bliss. It's what bathing must be like in heaven. The difference is that significant? Psst, Elise, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hehe, I sure am. Altina, how would you like to come visit Mir sometime? I'd like to give you a proper tour of the town if we could. Are you sure? Oh, she's so cute. We'd love to have you. It'll be fun. In fact, maybe you should go with everyone in your class. Okay. Thank you. I'll come visit. We'll hold you to that. Now we have another promise to look forward to. When the time comes, I'll have to do my best to be a good host. So cute. Love them. So by incorporating these new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further? Correct. Economics is nothing more than a probability model based off sociologic blah blah blah. This is not the gossip I want. I suppose one could say the same of music theory. Really? Music and math seem like completely different fields to me. Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air. Things easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful. Aww. It seems crazy, kind of crazy to hear it that way, but the way he talks about it, it's strangely compelling. Would you be able to share an example of that with us? Yeah, I'm curious too. I'm a little surprised to hear he has any hobbies at all, but I guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. Alright, short and sweet. Good. I am Patrick Hyams, third son of the Hyams house. I'm ashamed I haven't introduced myself to you before now, sir. There's no need to be so formal, Patrick. Besides, it's a bit rare that I'm even in Erebonia, so I'm partly to blame. I've heard you're quite the traveler. Speaking of, Mr. Worzelhill tells me you visit North quite often. That's right, nearly every year. By this point, he's pretty much like one of the family. I just can't get enough of the beautiful expanses of land up there. On top of that, the clean air does these old bones good. I had a cabin built by the lakeside a few years back. It's such a tranquil place. It sounds lovely. Charles just told me about the time we spent there, but I've never been. North is truly stupendous. The endless stretches of land, the free-flowing breeze, not to mention the kind and hospitable people. His face. When I'm in North, it's like all the troubles of the world weighing on my mind blow away with the wind. My, hearing all that makes me even more intrigued than ever. Honestly, I felt fairly troubled myself lately. It was plain to see you had a lot to deal with back in Ordis. You should come visit sometime. If our schedules line up, I'll show you around. I appreciate the offer. Oh, and Warzel, I'd like to take this chance to apologize for saying such awful things about you back when we were students. Oh, I completely forgotten. It's fine, I knew at the time you weren't thinking clearly. I appreciate the apology though. Thank you. Oh, hello, when did you show up? Been here the whole time. Oh, I mean just about halfway through. Youth truly is a wonderful thing. Yeah, guys, Patrick, I'm happy for both of you. Alright. How do you do, my Empress? As my father, Viscount Arcit, could not be here tonight, I, his daughter, greet you in his place. Ah, Laura, I haven't seen you in some time. I hear you've mastered your family's sword style. I'm so happy to see how much you've grown. Thank you for your kind words. Now I believe it's your turn. I'm Ada Grant of Thor's Military Academy's main campus, Class 1. I'm truly indebted to your son, and I mean indebted. Sorry, she's tripping all over her words. Guess she's human too. Hehe. There's no need to be nervous. Cedric's told me all about his friends from class. I've also been told about a certain bright young lady who excels in both her studies and her club activities. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend to my son. Aww. Such kind words are wasted on me. Hehe. I'm Yuna Crawford of Taurus Branch Campus. It's an honor to meet you, Your Highness. Ah, so Alvin told me about you and what happened in Crossbell. Further, allow me to apologize for my son's behavior towards those of you in the branch campus. Huh? Don't worry, there's no need for that. I think our field exercises in Crossbell turned out for the best. It really made me re-evaluate myself. Now I have a better idea of the sort of things I can do to help moving forward. For a better future, not just for Crossbell but for Erebonia too. Well said. It's clear to me you carry the spirit of Class 7 quite admirably. I sincerely believe the people of Erebonia could learn from that positive outlook of yours. Thank you so much, all of you, for what you've done for the country and what you will for the future. Yuna, Ada, Laura. Of course. I won't let you down, I swear on my sword and soul. I'll continue to do all I can, Your Highness. Ah, Rin. It's good to see you again, Your Highness. We haven't spoken since last year, I think. That's right, I can tell you've grown wonderfully since then. Allow me to apologize again regarding Cedric's behavior, though I'm sure Elfin and Olivet have already said the same thing to you. No, please, it's fine. After everything that's gone on for the last few days, it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy to see he's much better now, considering everything he went through last year. I suppose that's a good way to look at things. In any event, I shouldn't hold you here for too long. I'm sure there are many people here who would like to speak with you, so please enjoy yourself. Thank you, Your Highness. Now, you guys had a good time. Hey there, you two. I heard you both introduced yourself to the Empress. Good job. Oh, Instructor Rin. Instructor, perhaps you should consider teaching your students basic manners when speaking with nobility. When she began casually discussing her past grievances with a member of the Imperial family, my breath caught in my throat. Oh yeah? Are you sure you weren't just choking on your words again? There's no need to bring that up again. These two make quite a pair. I mean, I feel like she was polite enough. After all, aren't they human? I mean, like the royals. Of course, you have to speak with respect, I guess. Whatever. It seems both main branch and branch campuses have some promising young cadets this year. In fact, if you two are headed to the army after you graduate, I'll gladly welcome you to the 4th Armored Division. It's an honor to hear that from Craig the Raid himself, but I prefer to stay by His Highness Cedric's side in whatever way possible. Sounds like you got shot down, old man. Aha, so it seems. How about you then? Care to join the 4th? Sorry, but I'm not into hanging out with a bunch of muscleheads. But if you've got a ton of cuties like the Icy Maiden, maybe I'll think about it. Well, I wouldn't say tons, but we've got a few. Just between you and me though, simply being part of 4th is enough to send ladies swooning into the street as you pass. Whether you use this little perk to your own ends is entirely up to you. Seriously? Alright, now we're talking, old man. Hey eyebrows, that all it takes to tear you away from your beloved prince? Maybe there's hope for you after all. What do you mean by that? I'm still loyal to the prince. And don't call me eyebrows. Seems like a rowdy group. You know what they say, great minds think alike. Nope, not here yet. Here first. Oh, this is interesting. Do you learn your swordplay from my brother then? Yes, though before that, Lecter taught me some basics. But since his style is, shall we say, highly improvisational. I consider Lord Rufus my true teacher. That said, he only trained me for a short while I was still living here in Heimdall. You only receive a small amount of training and you've become this strong? I'm impressed. I've heard Governor General Rufus' court fencing skills are second to none, and I'm sure his lessons were very thorough. They are indeed. My brother started teaching me when I was 10. I've been training ever since in the hopes of surpassing him. I can only wonder how close I've gotten. Perhaps you'll have the opportunity to find out before too long. What about you, Kurt? Are you planning to be able to surpass your father and brother? I'm sure you know just as well as I do, but they're on such a different level from normal people, it's almost inhuman. My father is starting to feel his age, but it's said he's nearly as strong as the Radiant Blade Master. I'd have to spend decades training to even reach them, much less surpass them. The Thunder God. I doubt even my brother could prove a match for him. If there were anyone in Erebonia who would prove a match, it would likely be the Rakshasa, or perhaps... Looks like the conversation's really starting to heat up. Instructor Rin, you've come at the perfect time. Join us, Instructor. We were just discussing sword play. Come join us as a disciple of the 8 Leaves. Well, if you insist. I guess when you get enough Erebonian men in one place, it's only a matter of time before we start talking about swords. And so the group enjoyed a spirited discussion about sword styles both from within the Empire and without. Sounds like a grand time. Rin, a moment if you would. I'd like to thank you. I hear you agreed to share Alphine's first dance tonight. I'm sure she's just beside herself with happiness. When did he? I thought she was just kidding about that. Given the current atmosphere, I don't really think I can accept. Is that so? It seems to me those rumors have been spreading like wildfire lately, maybe more than just talk. But I think the Ashen Chevalier is more than qualified to be a partner for my sister. Perhaps even beyond tonight's dances, if you know what I mean. No, I mean, I'm nowhere near qualified for that. Well, unfortunately for you, Alphine's first dance is part of tonight's schedule. If there's already someone you're planning to have a future with, then that's that, I suppose. But would you dance with her tonight regardless? Think of it as a favor, not only for my sister but the entire Imperial family. There's still plenty of time before the dance. Do think it over.